TV presented by Pachanga Resort Casino shows Shohei Ohtani takes ball one to get things started today. Taylor Ward. Now Grayson Rodriguez in his Angel debut gives up a base hit to the first batter that he faces. Ohtani is on with a single. Freddie Freeman looks at strike one on a changeup. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Freeman, a child. No balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez working ahead of him though. The breaking ball is laced toward the right field corner. That is a foul ball. Areas being in play on balls that should be out of play. One ball. Here's a ground ball grabbed by Shotwell with the backhand, flips it to second base. Neto hurries it to first. That's a double play.
Nice job all the way around. No panic for Shotwell. We threw a nice little changeup over to net. That'll make you feel good if you're Grayson Rodriguez. To get
first baseman size certainly. As Andy Paez rolls one to third, might have broken his bat. Either way, it's Grayson Rodriguez. And Neto hits it hard, but right at Muncy. That ball was lined
off the bat of Neto.
Neto's been rolling. Now the Angels would like Trout to do this in his last 34 at bats. And a breaking ball in there for a strike. That's that fork ball for. No balls and 2 strikes to count on Trout. In an effort to get Sasaki. Trout almost hit there as Sasaki ran him off the plate.
A lot of outs with that.
That one was right in the zone for not hit in this ballpark at all this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Trout. And it continues.
Side.
Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Trout laid off that pitch, 7th best in the American League. He hammers this one toward right center field, ticketed for the gap. It one hops the wall, extra bases for Trout, and it's a screaming double with 1 away.
So 2 baseballs hit.
Angels on the board here. As he looks at ball 1 strike. And one of the biggest issues during this stretch with the Angels. Shotwell thought he had one yesterday, but Andy Paez made an incredible dive.
It's going to be a second or third base for Shotwell.
2 balls and a strike. Shotwell with a big cut there, fouls it back. See if Shotwell can tag one the way Trout did on the fastball. 2-2. And there is one up again. He threw in 2022. And gets shot.
Ball coming into the plate.
So now 2 down in the inning. Soler trying to lay off on a pitch in the 1 out double with Trout in scoring position. And that slider floats over. Ground ball left side and handled by Max Muncy. So Trout doubles, but that's it. Left at second.
Big league mound. Credit to his family for getting through the dark days of the. He said he gave Perry Manassian a call. Said I'm ready to go.
It's a fly ball to right, shallow off the bat of Tucker. It's dropping and it falls in front of Adele. It's a base hit for Kyle Tucker that floats in. Leadoff man on.
It's extremely hard. Tell you what, when you have a changeup like him, you're going to get this little.
Like on Teoscar Hernandez, and he did have a surgery. There was just a little cleanup, little things that kept him off the mound for a long period of time. 1 ball, 1 strike.
A really top of the end rotation guy with that body he has.
Swing and a miss, and there's his first. And really, it was about a year and a half's worth of a 13-win season that ended in July.
So he threw the first.
2-0 the count on Muncy here. He had a good cut of that. 2 balls and 1 strike. Muncy has had a really solid. Let's see. Well, maybe we won't see him. He's on the IL. 3 balls and a strike on this Max Muncy.
Please stand up.
And that's ball for the 20th of April. At that point, he had 12 hits.
Just watching Max Muncy is a trail runner.
Swinging a foul tip, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
He was out in front.
Well, he pronates his wrist on that pitch, and he really, by far, 3-1. Well, fastball misses, so now back-to-back walks. Last year's World Series.
How about hitting with a double play right now?
Angels would
help him out. That's that slider.
We're talking moment. There's a fly ball to right field as Adele gets set up for a throw here. It's pretty deep. Tucker is on his way to the plate. Here comes the throw from Adele. It's cut off. Tucker scores. Talking a run scored yesterday as he looks at a strike. Kim fouls one away. Mentioned the World Series as the Diamondbacks did pull off that incredible 9th inning against Mariano Rivera. Runner going, and Kim lines a base hit into right field. Muncy scores over to third base, is rushing, running on the pitch. RBI. Rodriguez, who he has homered against in the past, and there's a strike. Been when he's ahead or even.
Ooh, that's a good job by O'Hoppe to get to that one. That changeup is nothing.
A little tapper foul. One thing 2010, 7th time that has happened with Shohei driving in 5 yesterday. Still 1-2. Runner going from first, and he'll steal second base uncontested. Moncada with a .614 OPS overall. He's been given a long leash here, almost 2 months.
Always so good to see the right field, see how far he can hit it.
It's in there for a strike. Very long, although the Angels have to this point. There is Moncada punching one to the right field corner, although foul. There to begin with, because the only netting was behind home plate.
Wild pitch.
I'm sure.
Just to keep everybody awake.
Moncada down on strikes. Sasaki. Adele cannot hold his swing this year in half of his home runs. But he's behind here. Looked like a foul ball. It was the ball's 2 strikes. There's a swing and a miss on the outs with Josh Lowe at the plate.
I'll tell you what, that's a lot of pressure on your forearm.
Bouncer foul off the bat of Lowe, although he has kind of broke the mold and a lot of others get from Japan. Here's a bouncer to first base as Freeman handles that. Some trouble allowing 2 runs. There's a strike on the curve to Freddie Freeman.
Said that dive at the bottom. And he said Rainey came up to him and talked and said the same exact thing.
Performance, 15 runs, 10 hits as Freeman's down on strikes.
For a good challenge.
Strikeouts for Grayson Rodriguez.
It's a good pitch there too.
I am still surprised that 1 ball 1 strike on Pages, who's been great this year. Fly ball to right center field, moving after a Trout and Adele, and it's Trout.
And some glaring sunshine right now too.
Kyle Tucker now. Fastball strike, and it's 1 ball 1 strike on Tucker.
Better feel for his fastball. That makes these pitches better. That's the best curveball he's thrown. 6.3.
Tucker hits it hard. Diving stop by Adam Frazier, and Tucker's out to end the inning.
Frazier went down.
Promotions for more info.
Good crowd here today. I saw some.
The ball's 2 strikes. Why wouldn't you come from? And just before the game started, the sun started to peek out. 1 ball 2 strikes.
Ball against them and react on that fork or split upstairs.
The Angels saw him at Dodger Stadium, right? Chopped off the plate and foul. Sasaki has at some point. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a good slider, maybe the best one.
Damage too.
We're getting a start at second base today. We've seen him enough in the position player pitching performances to chuck that no problem. Out in front of that splitter, and it's 1 ball 2 strikes. That splitter has a. There's another one diving out of the zone for strike 3. As Rushing flips it over. That's 5 strikeouts. Had more than 6 strikeouts in a major league game. He already has 5. The first. Fly to right. Moves Tucker over toward the corner. And Tucker runs it down to win.
Be able to react that quickly and made that play for a triple. There's a couple guys that I always felt to have those instincts. More of a scout. Shortstop position.
Well, and as Dalton Rushing starting to swing the bat a bit. Hadn't homered in a month until he hit one the other night. It's ball 4, so Rodriguez walks the leadoff man, and this is on balls. He also scored in the second.
Always remember though is for Grayson.
That's fastball in there, and it's 95. And again, when you see Rodriguez tie the count on Muncy, big 6'4" right-hander. He's from Nacogdoches, Texas.
Hasn't thrown a whole lot, really, when you think about it.
2 balls 2 strikes still on Muncy. Seasons just took him out of it. 2 balls 2 strikes on Muncy. Had a really good start. Gieson, it was the second. Muncy waves and misses strike 3. A curveball at the top. Dalton rushing with a fly ball to center field, hit well. Trout's back for it. He's out near the wall, and he has just enough room to haul it in. Rushing flies out to deep center. Rojas at the plate now as he looks at a strike. Just can't leave one in the middle of the plate to Rojas.
No.
Hit hard and through in the left field. Well, that was a breaking ball in the center of the plate. And that's exactly what we just talked about. Breaking ball drops in for a strike, and it's 2-1.
But keep your hands back and get a base hit on it. That's the difference. We could be able to do so.
Just off the outside corner there. One ball.
Get through this inning with a 0.
Slapped foul, and it stayed.
Fastball in the outside part of the plate down. He still fouled it off.
Just that quick punch from Kim. And here's a punch to first. Shonowell backhands. It looks to second. Now throws to first. And Kim wins the race to the bag. It's an in for the Dodger everywhere. Lines it right center. Base hit. Hernandez scores. Rojas scores. Kim to third. Now with Kim winning that race to the bag, prolonging the inning. Shohei today. 4 runs now for the Dodgers on 6 hits. 3 walks, 2 of them.
That's why I said it's such a difficult one. The next back
pitches in 3 2/3. Rodriguez falling behind Freeman now 3-0 with Pages. Ball 4. Lined and through, a base hit. Kim and Ohtani score 6 runs for the Dodgers against Grayson Rodriguez. Expansion started. And it just kind of has a wrinkle to it, I should say. Here's Tucker driving in another run. Freddie Freeman comes in. Racing to third is Pages. 7-0. Dodgers batted around twice yesterday. Foul. Be a building block here for him as he rebounds from missing a lot of time. But didn't cover first base, and that turns out
never happens again.
Fly ball hit well to center. Trout backs up for it and has some space. Leads the majors in 3-ball count percentage. Nick Kurtz is second. You know what those guys do a lot?
1 in that zone, and he attacks it.
You know, 3-ball counts often turn into 4-ball counts. Of late, he did have a double his first time up today. You see Trout drive one. Pops this one up. Miguel Rojas at the shortstop position. It is a last place team to do that to both the reigning world. So far, they're up by 7 already.
Another huge crowd here again this afternoon.
And we've seen it's the only time the Dodgers have had a sweep in this ballpark. Shonowell grounds a base hit. With Shonowell at first base. California, it is a beautiful thing. There's one that squeaks away from rushing and puts Shonowell in scoring position. These teams are on Soler. And a wave and a miss, strike 3. Yoan Moncada fouls one back. No balls and 1 strike.
All the pitches around the quadrants of the strike zone. I still have to stay in my zone where I can be effective.
Bouncing ball, and it bleeds into right field. A base hit. Shonowell hits for the plate. RBI Moncada, and the Angels get on the board.
Base hit with runner in scoring position.
Strike 1 to Joe Adell. Suzaki tends to suffer as the day goes along. This roller to Kim ends the inning. Squaring off. Park got the kick in, but Belcher went to work.
Yes, yeah, he had some quick little punches at it again.
Max Muncy seemed to go around there, I would say. Noah was sent to AAA before the game today. Ferris becomes that long man in the bullpen. Ground ball up the middle, diving stop. Frazier has it from his knees. Gets Muncy, a good play.
Will be highlight.
The count now. Rojas takes ball one. That's pretty. Add some experience and value to that.
It's a good changeup catcher. So a lot more parts to be able to get hit by. Catcher, Hall of Famer Joe Mauer.
There's a ball shot up the middle. Neto scoops, flips to second for one. Frazier to first, double play. Today,
yes,
the
extra
Mets,
inning ones, huh?
In the wild finishes, the Mets had a 3-run in Queens. The Cubs and White Sox had a back-and-forth game where Cubs got one in the top of the 10th, and then Edgar Caro hit his first homer. Hit their first home runs of the year, and Peters hit the first of his career.
Tell you what, we've seen him enough.
And they've won ugly, and they certainly did today.
Wow.
Wide open in a different sort of way than the AL in that National League Central Division.
And as much as the Halos have struggled.
Stretch now for a team that some believed their best baseball was ahead. Well, we haven't seen it yet. Josh Lowe with a line drive base hit up the middle.
Line shot, 106 miles per hour.
There's a bouncing ball that will be a double play as Kim fields it, steps on second, and gets to
making the throw. You never know where it's going to be thrown.
Frazier fouled that up.
He's made some really.
It's 0-2, and it's 0-3. Sasaki strike allowed that Dodger 5-run fourth inning to unfold when Kim hit. Evidently, it was not.
That one.
And then Tucker an RBI hit. All 5 runs with 2 outs.
That one, and you'll guarantee anything hit to that right side of the infield from this point forward. You're flying over there to first base.
Closer game. We'll see Ferris as long as he can stand to be out there. In his last 5 trips to the plate, including 5 runs knocked in yesterday. In terms of his hitting, as he looks at a strike here, and it's true.
I think it makes him, in my opinion, a better pitcher too.
That second elbow surgery.
I mean, he was incredible when you look at 22.
At a 2.33 ERA, won 15 games.
He had what? Keep him honest.
You know, and Judge hit 62. 2 MVPs in each league. Gave him 8. That's called third strike today. Flied out to right field his last time. Hit the ball sharply to start the game.
Course of the game.
Still puts a lot on offense and defense.
Right now. Mets are actually making their way up.
Last night, he said they were right in the line of sight, and the guy on the mound was throwing a sinker, so it was out of his head too. So I don't know we don't know what's going on. We've got to get to the bottom of it.
There's a fly ball from Trout, left center field. Pages going back has room. Can I interject just with 1 run allowed?
To see Percy yesterday, he was at the Celebration of Life for.
Mentioned the really great tributes from Garrett's kids, first and foremost kid, and told them a characteristic that reminds them so much of their dad. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Shotaway, as he did clearly on his family. No balls, 2 strikes. Lines it toward shallow center. Pages comes in, and man, oh man, Andy Pages, the Texas Rangers.
Tell you what, that is
The fly ball to center from Andy Pages, who has really developed into a great player. 1 out.
This still laughing. It is something you always remember. It's that battle to do that. It's it.
80 years and you're still looking like this. Members of the 2015 team will be looking at you then, being like, "What?"
How that improbable World Series for the Mets.
Funny thing about it is how they a couple of times 2 out, nobody on in that bottom of the 10th inning when they had the big come. 3 straight World Series that went 7 games, and then we had the next 3.
What a pitching matchup that was. Game 7.
Smoltz and Japan with such a rooting interest as well in Canada. The 7th inning as a starter. There's a bouncer to short. Rojas with a backhand. So this is the longest outing in Sasaki's career. He has 7 strikeouts.
He hasn't been hurrying his pitches. That's why he's out of the strike zone at times. Well, he's been right on top of the baseball.
Well, one thing that just hasn't happened today Opponents with a 984 OPS lifetime. There's a chopper hit to Freeman, who has a nifty backhand pick, and Sasaki covers.
7 ground ball outs today.
Liner to left, and this is a quick inning. Sasaki's having a team that won the World Series and had won the World Series the year before, too.
What I want to see is this some more velo on his fastball, too.
Squibber foul off the ball. Yeah, it was first.
That's impossible.
Once he keeps getting tied up here, this one in foul ground as Hoppy falls short of it this year. That's it. Swing and a miss. Turns Muncy around there. That's a great pitch.
Good. Claim him as a hitter. He's right on you.
He's rushing, fouling one off. You know, in the original American League, there's 6 teams. There's a ground ball to second base.
It's tough to be able to do that. You might even see that pitcher once.
And the Angels face 7 pitchers Friday alone. This is a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan.
Every time you go up here, you feel comfortable with that, you know, reading that.
Jose Siri is the pinch hitter for Josh Lowe against Vesia here.
It's about third time through. He goes, no. If I got you out the first 2 times, you had no chance the rest of the day.
It's right in there, 2-2. Siri fouling one off. With Rodriguez getting his first start today. This year. Siri punches out today. And the Angels staring in the face another day. Also, he gets hit by more foul balls and things behind the plate than any catcher you see. I remember he had 14, or by this time last year, he had 14 home runs. Flies this one to right field. Tucker is fighting the sun a bit. And makes the catch, 2 outs. Who are you working with on that, Benetti? And
I'm not sure on the Rangers side.
The whole weekend. Inning over, 1-2-3.
Tremendous stuff.
7-1 here in the 9th. Let's go down to Erica.
Of the baseball field, but it's cool hearing Jose Soriano, Gooby, this morning as he television, baby.
Did you tell him to do that?
Rainey picked up how his wrist was flat, and that's why that fastball didn't have that sink to it. Feel for his breakable. Just like I think Soriano's going to be better with a better field.
7-1, the Dodgers have the lead. Well, Rainey has certainly been fun to see emerge this year. I mean, it's similar. We talked about it with Soriano too.
Love his arm. But yeah, he was raw. There was still some walk in his game, but I think the more confidence he builds and throws more pitches.
Status in that regard. Nor did they for Soriano on his way to the major leagues. But as well. Ohtani gets flipped around on that cutter. 2-2.
I remember a little bit of time, but he is going to be a great player. I had no idea he was going to be this good.
Slapped the other way. It's Shohei's 3rd hit today.
As you're developing, you do it on the mound here or at the plate.
Well, certainly Urania has done that. Freddie Freeman is hitless today. A couple of years. He's not yet. There's a pop-up in foul ground that Moncada is able to track. 8th inning, so the A's will come to Angel Stadium. Mariners are 3 under. Texas
Very well.
they're only a half game apart from the Dodgers. A minor league ramp up. Grounder to 3rd. Moncada gobbles that up, throws to 2nd for 1. The return throw is too late. Rocketed to the corner. Tucker once again has had a big day against the Angels. His 3rd hit. Dino Ebels just waving everybody around. It is 9-1 on a 2-run double. No question. There's a fly ball to right center. Trout is over and won't get that. Tucker will come home. 10-1. foul ball. 0-2 on Muncy.
Well, last time
3 runs with 2 outs in the 9th. There's a strikeout. Muncy's third. Creative player name in a video game. He's a real person. NBA brother combos. You do have Darryl Miller, who was, that's about all I could think of. And Monty and
something to believe in as far as those young arms progressing for the Halos going forward.
they're going back now to a 5-21 stretch.
Still just 4 of those games. Could have had a 6-1 road trip.
Popped up. This is on the way to being the 6th straight game for the Angels with 2 or fewer runs. Longest 8-0 to go to 11-10. And that for the A's. Shonowell lifts one to the right field corner, deep down the line, and foul. Full count. And a liner keeps this one going with a base hit for Shonowell, his second today.
Good to see that from Shonowell. That's his swing.
Done in this series, and again at home, they just cannot drive the ball. This one might end it. Foul ground for Freddie Freeman. It's a Dodger sweep at the Big A. Some revenge for last year.